Morning to logic circuits and switching theory. So we are now in the finale stage. So designing. Okay, so I hope everything's all right with you. Okay, so we are now in the finale stage. So this would be our last topic. And then after this, okay, we shall have our term test next week. Okay? Okay na ba yun? Okay. So, marunong na ba kayong gumawa ng truth table? So, dapat marunong kayong gumawa ng truth table by now. Marunong na rin kayo maglagay ng inputs and outputs. Paano yung sequence ng inputs? So, inputs binary yan. K-mapping and of course, interpretation of ano ilalagay nating output. Ang output natin is either 0 or 1. But if there's a don't care conditions, you put an X if it is applicable. Okay? So again, don't care conditions is signified by X because X means either 0 or 1. Okay. Let's have a design problem. So in real world, okay, so why do we have this subject? Okay, so in real world, so you were given a problem, okay, practical problem that you are bound to solve. Okay, you're bound to solve. So digital, it's either on and off, 0 or 1, go or no go. Okay. So what, ito yon. Yan. Ito yung output. Okay. So these are the possible combinations. Okay. Yan. So let's have a first design problem. So design a BCD to XS3 logic circuit diagram. So again, BCD, what do you mean by BCD, class? BCD. Hello? Class? BCD? Ano ibig sabihin ng BCD? BCD.
Binary coded decimal, ma'am.
Binary coded decimal. So what does it mean? What does it mean, binary coded decimal? So each number in decimal is to be represented by how many bits in binary?
4.
Okay, 4 bits in binary. Okay, such that 0 is represented by 40, 1 is 001. Okay, ito na yun, no? 2 is 0010, 3 is 0011, 4 is 0100, 5 is 0101. Okay. Six is 0111, 7 is 01, 6 is 0110, 7 is 0111, 8 is 1000, and 9 is 1000. So it says here that we have to take advantage of don't care. Okay, saan papasok yung don't care? Kasi BCD siya, di ba? Binary coded decimal. So what are the valid symbols of decimal? Ano yung valid symbol ng decimal? 0 to?
9 po.
Okay, 0 to 9. Okay, so since this is a BCD and BCD represents decimal 0 to 9, so therefore after 1000, and you have a 4 combinations, okay, 4 bits in binary. Okay. If you have 4 bits in binary, so that means you'll have possible combinations from 000 to 111. Okay, however, for a total of 16 combinations, kasi 2 to the 4, right? 2 raised to 4 is 16 combinations. However, you only need a 10, that is 0 to 9. So if you're going to count from 0 to 9, that would be 10. So in short, so from 1010 combinations up until 1111, so it is assumed that those combinations will never happen. Okay? So those combinations will never happen because this is a BCD. So BCD only represents 0 to 9 in decimal. Okay, so therefore after 9 or from 10, 10, 10, 11, 1100, 1101, 1110, 1111, it is assumed that these combinations will never happen. So we can have don't care output for these input combinations. Okay? Question.
Nothing.
So none. Okay? So x is 3. X is 3. So what does x is 3 means? X is 3 means?
Mag-a-add lang ng 3 ma'am sa
Okay,
0.
plus 3, no? So we had this chapter 1. Okay, we had this on chapter 1. Okay, plus 3. So we have 0, 0, 0 to 0, 0, 11, 0, 100. Okay, 0, 101. So if we have input of 2, it becomes 0, 101. Output for 3 is 0, 1, 1, 0. 4 is 0, 1, 1, 1. 1,000, 1,001. 10, 10, 10, 11, up until 1100. So this will be your output. Okay. Then again, from combinations 10 to 15 or from 10, 10 to 11, 11. So the outputs will be don't care. Okay, don't care because again, it is assumed that these input combinations will never happen. So again, itong mga inputs na to, ano ba to? 1, 0. So ano ba ibig sabihin ng 1, 0 na yan? Pagsahan natin 1. Naka-connect sa? It is connected to the positive voltage. Okay? So you had your electronics laboratory. Tandaan nyo ba? Do you remember? Sa laboratory, sa diodes, okay? So, ko-connect niyo siya sa positive voltage. Okay. So, pag 0 naman, connected to the ground. So, in actual circuit, so, 0 and 1, so they are being connected to the deep switch. Okay? Ano ba itsura ni deep switch? Okay. Ayan. So, ito ang itsura ni deep switch. Ayan. Okay, so para lang siyang IC. Yan. Minamount yan sa breadboard. Okay? So, yan. So, pag na-connect sa on, so that means logic 1. Pag kinonnect mo dito, so logic 0. Okay? Logic 1, logic 0. So, of course, dito banda, connect mo siya sa positive voltage. Dito banda, connected to the negative voltage. Okay? Do you have any question, class? Okay. Ganito sana yung gagawin nyo, ano? Can you see? Nakita niyo yung mga breadboards? Class? Hello?
No, ma'am.
Ay, hindi. Wait lang. Ano nangyari? Ayan. Okay na?
Okay na ma'am.
Okay. So, ito sana yung gagawin nyo, no? You have your, ayan, familiar naman kayo sa breadboard. Okay? So, ito yung IC. Dito nilalagay yung IC sa gitna. Pati deep switch. Ayan. Dual inline packaging. Kaya pala, deep means dual inline packaging. Okay? So, nilalagay siya sa pinakagitna. Kaya may kanal yan eh. Okay? Yan, di ba? Itong kanal na to, itong space na to, this ridge separates the A to E and F to J, diba? A to J yan eh. A to E and F to J, okay? So, you have the deep switch here. Ayan. Yan. Ito sana dapat ganito yung ginagawa nyo. Nakita nyo ba to? Deep switch. Can you see the deep switch? Class? Class? Deep switch. Can you see the deep switch, class? Ha? Yes? No?
Yes,
ma'am. Ako, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, okay. Ito yung deep switch, ano? Dual inline packaging. No? Iba-iba packaging ng IC made. For students, usually ginagamit ito deep, hindi maselan. Yan. Dual inline packaging. Okay? Pagka isa lang ang isang diretso, parang IC na isang diretso lang. SIP naman yun, single inline packaging. Meron naman sa ilalim lang, ball grid array. Okay. So this one is a deep switch. So pag natin yan, parang switch ng ilaw, ano? So logic 1 yan. Pag dito siya, logic 0. Okay? So take note na the logic 1 is connected to the positive. So i-connect natin lahat. Each pin, connect natin sa positive supply dito. Ayan, positive. Ayan. Okay? So let's say this is your positive. May battery ka dyan. Okay? Dito naman, whereas dito, each pin naman dito, connect naman natin siya sa negative. So ganyan ang paggamit yan. Okay? Negative. Ayan. So what else? Iba namang circuit yata to. Ito. Ayan, sana nagaganyan dapat kayo. Ano? Ayan. You have several ICs here connected. Okay? So, ito yung inputs. Ayan. Kaya lang, hindi pwede ito masukal, no? Ayan. Sample lang naman siya. Sample circuit. Ano pa? Ito. Ano lang naman yan. Ayan, to maganda pagkaka-layout niya. Ayan. Pag kayo nagsi-circuit na, I would require you to have this type of wiring. Ayan, dapat malinis. Straight dapat. Okay? Ano pa? Let's see. Ayan. Okay, ito yung 7 segment. Can you see the 7 segment? Pinapailaw niya.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, may 7 segment ka dyan. Ano pa? Yan, you have your outputs. Ayan, ang outputs natin usually ay using LEDs. Okay. Pag umilaw yung LED, we will write sa result 1. Pag hindi umilaw, 0. Ganyan ang pagpaprogram natin. 0 and 1. Ganyan ang pag-interpret natin na result. Okay? So therefore, itong deep switch na to, ayan, naka-off yung isa, naka-ground, no? 1, 2, 3, naka-0, and 4, 1. So ang input combinations nito ay 0, 0, 0, 1. Ganun ang mangyayari dyan. 0, 0, 0, 1. Anong output niya? Ang output niya is, if you have 4 bits output, 0, 0, 1 pa rin. Same lang, ano? Okay. Ginawa niya indicator tong LED. Indicator nitong inputs. So, ang input natin ay 001. Yan, indicator niya. Para to make sure na gumagana na maayos yung circuit. Okay. Okay. So, ganun setup ang pinapagawa ko, no? Ayan. So, pinapagamit ko yung mga student ng 9 volts battery so that they can do the circuit anytime, anywhere. Okay? But as kumain, magsi-circuit na sila. Yan. Pwede yan. 9 volts battery. No pa. Okay. Let's have 7 segments. Ayan, ito yung diretso. Merong okay. Ito yon. Paano yung paandarin yung BCD to 7 segment? May IC. Meron ng IC na sa either 7446 or 7447. Partner yun eh. Okay. May dalawang uri ng 7 segment. Common anode, common cathode. So, partner din siya sa decoder. So, pwedeng either 7446 or 7447. So, from deep switch, so take note, anong inputs niya? Baliktad yata yung ano niya dito. 7. Okay. Ang input niya ay 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Ito, nakababa yung 1. 0, 1, 1, 1 ang input niya. So, ang output niya is 7. Pansin nyo? Okay? Output niya is 7. Ayan. But then, pag okay na si COVID, yan, makaka-catch up naman tayo nito. Kasi kahit na paggawain ko kayo, hindi rin naman tayo makalabas sa tindahan para bumili ng mga IC. Pwede naman sanang gawin sa bahay, di ba? Kaya lang, hindi tayo pare-parehong makalabas. Question? Okay? So, here, we have BCD to excess 3. So, ibig sabihin, whenever you have an input of 0, 0, so ipa-plus 3 niya lang yun. So, dapat laging plus 3 yung outputs niya. Okay, so paano gagawin natin? So, you have 4 inputs, 4 outputs. So, 4 outputs means 4 circuits, 4 K-maps. Okay. So, for J, we have 1 from 5 to 9. Okay. 5 to 9. The rest are X and 0. Okay. Nag-max term ako. Okay, using max terms, so we have, okay, for loop, for maroon loop, maroon ka ba? Or red? Okay, we have, ano ba to? C is eliminated, so we have D is 0, so we have D. And for BA prime, we have B plus A. Ito pala siya. Okay. And for this one, green, okay, green, we have for DC plane, so we have D plus C, and for BA, they are all eliminated. Okay, so we have, using master, so we have D plus B plus A times D plus C. Okay. How about for K? Okay. So for K, we have, let's check, kailan lang siya magwa 1? Okay, magwa 1 lang siya for 1 to 4. Ay. 1 to 4 and 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9. Okay, so again, using max terms again. So we have for this, we have again for DC plane, D to D, 0, 1, cancelled, C, 1, 1, so C is 1, so that would become C prime. Okay, for BA plane or BA input, so B, 0, 1, cancelled, 1, A, 1, 1, so A is 1, so A prime. So for this one, what's this purple? It's C prime plus A prime. Saan siya? So this one. Okay, ito yung term na yun. And for this one, ano ba to? Okay. Okay, so for 0, so take note that we have included X. Again, X may be or may not be included in the loop. Okay. Kung necessary lang siya. Okay. So, like this one, not all X are included in the loop. Ito, hindi na natin sinama, hindi na naman natin kailangan. So, for DC, okay, for this loop, we have for D, again, 0, 1, cancelled. C, 1, 1, so C is 1, C prime. So, for BA inputs, B, 1, 1, B is 1, and for A, 1, 0, cancelled. So, for this loop, we have C prime plus B prime. So, ito yon, C prime plus B prime. And last, we have itong dalawa pinagdugtong natin. Okay, pinag-connect natin. Then, connect it to the DC input. So, D, 0, 1, cancelled. C, 0, 0, C. Okay. For BA input, 0, 0, B is 0, A is 0. So, B and A. So, C plus B plus A. Okay. So, we have this. And for I, L pala. For L, we have, ano ba to? 0, 3, 4, 7, 8. 0, 3, 4, 7, 8. Question class, 0, 3, 4, 7, 8. Okay. By the way, do you have any question? Any question? If you don't have mic, you may
Ma'am,
chat here. Yes,
how much po? Di ba
again.
po ma'am yung X, tinitreat din po natin as 0?
Either 0 or 1 may be treated as 0 or 1. May or may not be included in the loop. Kasi the
Ayun
more,
po ma'am, bakit
saan
yung row
tayo?
na 12 to 14, bakit di po
Okay?
nilulup?
Ito? Tama ba?
Opo.
Okay?
Yung
Again,
12
12.
to 14 po.
Yung X dito, sinama natin, group lang natin siya sa 5 and 7. Yung max terms for 5 and 7. Magkatabi kasi sila eh. Diba?
Okay po.
Walang kasama sa loop na purong don't care.
Okay po.
Okay? Wala. So, dapat yung
Okay.
X either may kasamang max terms, kung max terms ang gagamitin mo, or min terms. Hindi
Okay po.
pwedeng
Thank you ma'am.
purong X lang, hindi pwede. Oo.
Okay po.
Yan. Hindi pwedeng ito lang, ilulup natin yung 4 na X. Hindi pwede. So, dapat si X, si don't care. So, dapat may kasama siyang either 0 or 1. Okay na ba yun? Question? Another question? Okay na? Shall we proceed?
Okay po ma'am. Thank you po.
Okay. How about the others? Baka may mga questions pa. Okay, so for L, okay, max terms pa rin tayo. Ito, ayan. Ayan, sinama na natin tong X na to para isang diretso, di ba? And this one. Ayan pa. Kasi the more literals in a loop, mas konti yung mas konti ito. Mas maraming ma-eliminate na literals. Okay? Mas maraming output kay na loop. Okay? Less literals yon. Okay. So for here, again, max terms tayo. So we have for this green. So D, compare D, 0, 0, 1. So D is eliminated. For C, 0, 1. Okay. So C is also eliminated. But with respect to BA plane, B is 0, A is 1. So we have B plus A prime. So ito yon. Okay. Then we have for this. Okay, for this we have, again, for DC, D, 0, 0, 1. So D is eliminated. And for C, 0, 1, eliminated din yung C. But for BA, B is 1, A is 0. So we have B prime plus A. So we have this. Okay. So for L, we may use De Morgan's theorem. Okay, so paano ba yung De Morgan's theorem? So we have B prime A. Okay, pero ilabas natin. Tama ba? And then we have B. Okay, then A prime. Okay, so ilabas natin to. Ayan. Ano ba to? So, ayan, pwede naman yan. And then next we have for M. Check natin yung M. Okay. Halinhinan. 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8 yung 1. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Yung 1. Then okay. So again, for max terms, ayan. So ito, magkatabi. 8 sila. Okay. Okay, for DC, again for D, 0, 0, 1 cancelled, A, 0, 1, for C, 0, 1 cancelled. However, for B, okay, 0, 1 for B, so canceled, and for A, we have 1, 1. Okay, so we have A prime. Okay, so as you can see, if you have more outputs in a loop, ayan, mas marami kang kasama sa group, mas konti yung problema. Okay? Mas konti yung literals mo. Mas magaan, di ba, pag nagtutulungan. Ganun din sa logic circuits. Question! Question? Okay, so, anong assignment nyo dito? Draw the logic circuit for Boolean equations J, K, L, and M. Okay, so that would be your assignment. Okay. Okay, so can we proceed for design problem number 2?
Okay po, ma'am.
How about the others?
Yes,
Samuel,
ma'am.
J. Lord,
Okay lang
Donald.
po, ma'am.
Okay. Okay lang. Okay, Jade. Question. Rafael, Kedis, Justine, and lumami tayo. Ajay Pesado. Ajay. Aaron. Question. Doris. Question, Doris. Okay. Question. Okay. So everything's clear? Okay, so we'll proceed to design problem number 2. Okay. So design problem number 2. Okay, so again, in real world, all we have is problem. Okay, so as an electronics engineers, okay, electronics technology, yan. So magkakaroon ka ng practical problems and you're bound to solve that. Okay, so gagawa kayo ng machines. Okay, let's say pneumatics. Pneumatics is also based on logic circuits, okay? O kaya motors yung pinaka-output mo, but then you have to do a electronics control. So electronics control tayo, no? Logic circuits is electronics control. Okay? Pero IC based. Okay? Pag relay, pwede rin. Input mo sa relay is IC. Parang output mo din yung relay. Nagre-relay na ba kayo? Electronic relays? Relay. Yung kay
Hindi
Sir,
po,
ano
ma'am.
pala? Kay Sir Andong. May mga relays, di ba?
Wala po ata, ma'am.
Hindi kayo nagre-relay? May mga electronic relays din eh. On and off din siya. Ay, ito yung tsura ng relays, no? Let me show you. Okay. Kita? Okay ba? Kita nyo? Relay? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes
Okay.
po, ma'am.
Ito yung tsura ng relay, ano? Ayan. Ba't ba nagre-relay kung may electronics naman? Kasi relay can handle high current. Okay? High current. So, siya yung pwedeng pang-interface sa, let's say, motors. Kasi hindi naman kaya ng IC na mag-supply ng current. Okay? Ibig sabihin, hindi kaya ni IC na may dumaan sa kanyang high current, 'di ba? Kasi si motors, mataas yung current requirement niya. Okay? Si IC, ano lang 'yan? Maselan. So, what makes electronic and electrical different is the amount of magnitude of current and voltage. Okay? So, sa electronics is usually kung IC, mga 5 volts enough na yon. And in terms of milliampere, mataas na yon. Okay? Minsan micro lang or nano pa, di ba? Nanoampere. Sa pagka-op-amps naman, maximum mo 15 volts. Okay, maximum mo 15 volts. Pag PLC naman, PLC kasi parang ano siya, no? Pwede sa electronics, pwede sa electrical. So 12 and 24 volts, okay? But then for IC, logic circuits, supply is minimum of 5 volts. Okay. Ayan, around 5 volts. Ayan, kaya naman niya yung 9 volts na battery. Ayan, tapos after ng IC, logic circuit, so kung meron kang output na motor, so kailangan padaanin mo siya sa relay. Okay, para hindi masira yung logic circuits mo. Ayan. Bali yung current dyan, dadaan sa relay. Because the relay has the capacity to handle large current. Okay? Switch din to. Ayan. On and off. On and off. Pero ang magbibigay sa kanya ng signal, whether mag-on siya or mag-off, galing sa dinidesign yung logic circuits. Okay? Now, can you imagine? Na-imagine nyo na ba kung ano itong mga pinag-aaralan natin?
Opo.
Yung iba. Na-imagine nyo na ba? Okay. Pinag-aaralan natin, no? Ano ba? Nasaan na ba tayo? Share. Ayan. Nag-aaral kayo ng how to make a logic controls, okay? Electronic circuits such that yung outputs nga, pang-inputs din ng, input din siya ng, let's say, relay. Tapos si relay naman, na-connect siya sa, let's say, sa mga ilaw, na mga high current, or kaya sa mga motors, ayan. Ganon, parang palaki ng palaki, no? From small signals down to large signals. Hindi naman pwedeng diretso. Kasi pag diniretso mo si IC to the motors, in a split second, sasabog yun. Kasi hindi naman siya designed to handle large current. Unti lang. Kaya sa electronics, hindi ka mamamatay sa electrocution. Ano? Yan, unlike sa electrical, yan, pwede ka masunog. Kasi very large voltage sila, no? Large current, large voltage. Yan. Okay? Question? None? Okay. None? So let's proceed with design problem number 2. So secondary colors such as orange, violet, and green are produced when 2 or more primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, are combined. Okay. So alam niyo naman to sa elementary, di ba? When say red and yellow, anong output natin nun? Red and yellow. Class, red and yellow.
Orange one.
Orange. Yellow and blue. Yellow and blue.
Green.
Green. And ano pa? Blue and red.
Violet.
Okay, very good.
Purple.
Purple. Okay, violet. Okay. Yan. Okay, the output of each primary color is controlled by triggering a particular solenoid bulb. Actually, this is actual thesis of my classmates nung way back. Ayan, ganda yung ginawa niya. So, they're controlling the solenoid bulb. So, depende kung ano yung colors na gusto niyang ma-produce. Okay, so kinokontrol niya. Ilang percent yung yellow, ilang percent yung blue, ilang percent yung red. Okay. Okay, so the output of each primary color is controlled by triggering a particular solenoid bulb. Alam niyo yung solenoid bulb? Solenoid bulb. Have you seen a solenoid valve? Yes
Hindi
or
po,
no?
ma'am.
Okay, hindi pa. Okay. Solenoid valve, it's like, parang gripo na dekuryente. Okay? Yan, dekuryente. Ang mag-on and off sa kanya is, kuryente. Current. Ngayon, ang mag-control sa kanya is Logic. Yan, controls. Yan, electronic controls pa rin. Pero hindi diretso. So, you have to, yan, may controls. Kasi bagay may mga relays naman na yan sa loob. So, electronic controls. So, kung kailan siya mag-on or off, depende sa pag-design ng electronic controls. Yan. So, it's like a gripo. Yan. Faucet, ordinary faucet. Yun nga lang, as you can see, you have wires here. Yan, nakita niyo ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, ayan ba ma'am yung sa mga sensor, ma'am? Yung sensor lang gumagana.
Wala pang sensor to eh, but it is used adjunct with sensor. Okay? Solenoid valve sensor, so, and electronic circuits. So, electronic circuits, ang inputs mo, let's say output ni sensor, input ni electronic circuits mo, logic circuits mo, and then the output of logic circuits mo, ikakabit mo siya sa solenoid valve. Ganun siya. Okay? Yan. Ito yan. Yan. Diba? Pag ordinaryong gripo, ito pinipihit, diba? But this time, meron siyang wires. Okay? So, you connect it to the electronic circuits o logic circuits. Ayan. Okay? Yun yun. So, kung gano'ng kalaki or gano'n siya katagal mag-on or off, depende sa design nyo. Okay? Yun yun. Yan yung pinag-aaralan natin unti-unti. Okay? But then, habang tumatagal, after this logic circuit, so you shall have your PLC. So, ano na rin kayo sa, ayan, solenoid valves and then relays. Ma-acquaint na rin kayo dun. Okay? So, we have, you have one solenoid valve per color. Okay? Meron kang tangke. Tangke, sa ilalim ng tangke, you have the solenoid valve, parang gripo. Okay? The solenoid valve with controls. Gripo na may electronic controls. Okay? So that is the solenoid valve. Okay? Ayan. And then, if the solenoid valve receives a high signal, so take note when you say high signal, anong logic yan? When you say high signal, what is logic? 0 or 1?
1.
Again? High is logic. When we say high,
1.
1. Okay. If the solenoid valve receives a high signal, ano ibig sabihin to? If the solenoid valve receives a high signal, ano yan? Input or outputs? Itong brace na to. Okay. If the solenoid valve receives a high signal, what does it mean? Does it pertains to input or output? Okay, input.
Input, ma'am. Input.
Yeah, input yan, di ba?
Input po.
Yes. So if the solenoid valve receives a high signal, so meaning the input is 1, okay, it opens the valve to have an output of primary color. Okay, so magkakaroon ka ng output if it receives a high signal. Okay. A certain circuit controls the activation of 2 solenoid valves at a time. Okay, so take note, the condition is the solenoid valves. So how many solenoid valves do we have? Ilan lahat? Ha? Ilan lahat ang solenoid valves natin?
2.
2? 2 lang?
9.
Wow, 9! Bakit 9? Oh. Okay lang, I understand. Kasi this is your first design. Ilan? Basahin ulit natin, ha? Okay. Secondary colors such as orange, violet, and green are produced when 2 or more primary colors are combined. Imagine niyo, ilan yung tangke natin? Ilan yung tangke natin?
3.
Okay, 3. Okay. We have
Tama.
1 tank, one reservoir for red, one reservoir for yellow, and one reservoir for blue. Tama ba? Okay. So, tatlo yan. Tatlong primary colors. So, sabi dito, the output of each primary color is controlled by triggering a particular solenoid valve, meaning one solenoid valve per primary color. So, meaning how many solenoid valve? How many solenoid valve? Ilang tangke? Ilang reservoir?
Tatlo
Sabi
po.
nyo kanina, tatlo. So, ilang solenoid valve? You have 3 tanks, so how many solenoid valves?
3.
O, tatlo din, no? One for each color. One for red, one for yellow, and one for blue. Okay? So, ano ba ang desired output natin? So, we must have a anong output natin? Secondary colors such as orange, violet, and green are produced when 2 or more primary colors are combined. Okay? Kasi, pag isa lang yung solenoid valve na mag-on, makakaproduce ka ba ng secondary colors? The output should be secondary colors, either orange, violet, and green. Tama ba? Okay. Pero pag isa lang yung solenoid valve na on, anong output nun? Will you able to produce a secondary colors if there is only one solenoid valve open?
Hindi po, ma'am.
O hindi. Okay, the output would only be primary color, di ba? So kung isa lang, kung red lang yung solenoid valve for red lang bukas, di red lang yung output mo, di ba? Kasi wala siyang kahalo. But then if there are 3 solenoid valve that are produced, let's say lahat sila, red, yellow, and blue combined, anong output nun? Makakaproduce ka ba ng orange, violet, and green?
No.
Di pa rin, di ba? In actual, nagiging black yan, di ba? Black or brown. Tama ba? So, hindi pa rin. Kasi ang desired output mo is orange, violet, and green. So, to be able to produce either orange, violet, and green, so how many solenoid valves should be open at a time?
2.
Ilan dapat? Again?
2.
2. Okay? So we need to activate, kaya dito, a certain circuit controls the activation of 2 solenoid valves at a time. So dapat dalawa. Hindi pwedeng isa, hindi pwedeng tatlo. Kailangan dalawa. Okay? The 2 primary colors are mixed to produce secondary color. For example, red plus yellow. Ito yung kanina. We have orange. Blue plus red is violet, and yellow plus blue is green. Okay? Design a logic circuit that produces high output if the active solenoid valve is above and below 2. Kasi dapat dalawa lang, di ba? So, dapat, sabi dito, design logic circuit that produces a high. Ano na naman tong high na to? Logic? 0 or 1?
1 po.
1.
Okay. That produces a logic 1, high output. So, sa output nga, mag-1 ka, okay, you'll have an output of 1 if the active solenoid is above and below 2. Bakit kaya? Bakit kaya you have an high output if the active solenoid is above and below 2? So, perhaps, you'll have a logic 1 output if mag-alarm siya. Okay, so, it will trigger an alarm if the circuit is not working. Kasi dapat 2 at a time. Tama ba? So, kung isa lang yon, mag-alarm siya kasi primary colors lang siya. Pero ang worst case scenario is pagka above 2, which is 3, okay, lahat nag-open. So, magdi-discard na yun completely. Completely waste na yung output mo kasi magiging black na yan, di ba? Pag pinagsama-sama. Generate the truth table showing the inputs and outputs, determine the Boolean equation, draw the logic circuit diagram. So take note, we have no don't care here. Diba? Kasi importante yung, ayan, parang no gray area. Okay. Solution. So sabi dito, we have three inputs. We have red, yellow, and blue. So again, para to turn on the solenoid valve, okay, so it should receive a input of, ano ba yung sabi dyan? Sabi dito, if the solenoid valve receives a high signal, it opens the valve to have an output of primary color. So, kailan on si inputs pag ang kailan open si solenoid valve? Ano dapat ang signal? Input signal.
1 po, ma'am.
1.
1.
Okay. Pero dito, design a logic circuit that produces a high output if the active solenoid is above and below 2. When you say above 2, ilan yon?
2.
Above 2. Ilan ba inputs
3 po, ma'am.
natin? Above 2? Above, mataas sa 2.
3. 4.
Ayun.
Hanggang 7, ma'am. 3 to 7, ma'am.
3 lang. 3 inputs natin eh. Red, yellow, and blue.
Oo nga pala,
Yan.
ma'am.
Ililito ko lang kayo, no? Red, yellow, and blue. 3 inputs natin, di ba? So, if the
Yes.
active solenoid is above 2, meaning all of the solenoid valves, all the 3 solenoid valves are open. So, the circuit should be able to have a high output. Ayan. Kasi high. To trigger an alarm. Okay? If below 2, what is below 2?
1.
1 or?
0.
Ano pa? 0. So, meaning, pag 1, isa lang ang gumagana such that it will have an output of primary colors lang. Either red, yellow, or blue. Pag 0 naman, ibig sabihin, walang nag-on na solenoid valves. Okay, baka stack up. So, magkakaroon ka pa rin ng alarm. Okay, so it should be able to produce a high output to trigger an alarm. Okay, so let's see. So therefore, we have 0 for this input combination, 0, 0, 0. And again, when we have an input of 0, what is the status of solenoid bulb? Open or close?
Close po.
Okay, close. Pag 1, open. So sabi natin, design a logic circuit such that it produces a high output if the number of solenoid valve open is above or below 0. Okay? So therefore, if you have a 0, 0, 0 input, so what is the output? All closed. Ano output natin?
0.
Design a logic circuit that produces a high output if the active solenoid is above and below 2. Okay? Mali yata itong output natin dito. Ayan, burahin natin. Design a logic circuit that produces a high output if the active solenoid is above and below 2. So therefore, if you have 3 zeros, ano dapat output natin? Kasi we need to have a high output if the number of solenoid bulbs active are above and below 0. So if you have 3 zeros, all closed, di ba? What should be the output?
0.
0 po, ma'am.
Ulitin natin. Ulitin natin.
2.
Okay, so you have 3 tanks, di ba? 3 inputs, tama ba? Red, yellow, and blue. Okay? May solenoid bulb ka sa in each color. Tama? Tama, class? Tama
Yes.
ba? Okay.
Yes,
So we
ma'am.
have one solenoid valve. One solenoid valve for red, one solenoid valve for yellow, and one solenoid valve for blue. Okay? Renz! Pakuha mo yung water tank kay Tito Jay. Dispenser pala. Water dispenser. Okay. Red, yellow, and blue. Okay, so we have 3 tanks. So therefore, 3 solenoid valves. Okay, ayan, tig-isa sila, di ba? So sabi natin kanina, okay, if the solenoid valve receives a high signal, it opens the valve to have an output of primary color. So sabi natin, pag ang input natin is 0, that means that the valve is closed or open?
Close.
Close or off. Okay. High signal, logic 1, open. Okay. That's the, okay. High signal sa logic 1, open siya. Okay. Okay, so sabi dito, a certain color controls the activation of 2 solenoid valves at a time. So dapat 2 solenoid valves at a time to produce a secondary color, orange, violet, and green. Diba? So to produce an orange, you need to combine red and yellow, violet, red and blue, and green is yellow and blue. Tama ba? Okay, so kailangan 2 solenoid valves at a time. Okay? Okay? So, dapat ang i-produce, ang active na solenoid valves is 2 valves at a time. Tama ba, class?
Yes.
Okay? Bakit
Yes,
2 at a time?
ma'am.
Again, to produce a
Secondary
secondary color. Kasi pag tatlo yung active dyan, hindi na magiging secondary colors yun. So, ang output nyo is magiging black. Pag isa lang, hindi pa rin secondary color yun. Primary colors lang, di ba? Pag wala, baka nasira na yung, pag walang nag-on, baka sira naman yung solenoid valve nyo. Okay? So, sabi dito, design a logic circuit that produces a high, ano ba yung high? 0 or 1?
1.
1 po.
1.
If the active solenoid is above 2, again, pag above 2, that is,
3.
again, above 2 is
3.
3 po.
3, and
Open.
below 2 is
1,
1,
0.
0.
1 and 0. Okay? Design a logic circuit that produces a high output if the active solenoid is above and below 2. Okay. Ayan. Okay. So, ito yun. So, you have 3 inputs. So, therefore, 2 to the 3 is 8 possible combinations. So, first combination is if all valves are closed, 0, 0, 0, ano output natin?
3.
1 po.
1. Dalawa lang output natin. Either 0 or 1. Diba? Kasi sabi again, design a logic circuit that produces a high output if the active solenoid is above and below 2. Oh.
Active pa rin
You're
pala
going
yun, ma'am.
to have an output of 1 if the number of active solenoids is above and below 2. Okay? So all 0, 1. Okay. How about here? 0, 0, 1.
1 po.
1.
Okay, 1 pa rin because you have 2 zeros, di ba? Okay, sabi design logic circuit that produces 1 if the number of active solenoid is above 2 or below 2. Paano to? 0, 1, 0.
1 pa rin po.
1.
Pa rin.
1.
Okay, kasi isa lang yung active. Pag 0, 1, 1,
1.
0.
0 po.
0. Okay, so that means this is
0 na.
working properly. Okay, bakit 1? Okay, produces high output. This could be used to activate a certain alarm. Okay, 100. 1. Yung red. Okay. Okay, so 1 pa rin kasi isa lang yung gumana. 101.
0.
0.
0. 110.
0,
0 pa rin. And 111?
1,
Okay.
1.
Kasi hindi pwedeng tatlo yung gumana, di ba? Okay, so we have this. Okay. Ayan. Okay, so we only have one output, so that is S. Malito, no? 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 2. Okay, pagawin natin. 0, 1, 2, 4, 7. Mababago pala to. 0, 1, 2, 4, 7. Until 6. 0, 0, 1, 2, 4, 7. So we have, ayan, naka-max terms. 7 is 1. Ayan. Mababago. So we have S is, lang yan. Oh, what's this? For this one, we have, wala siya, no? R plus Y plus, ano ba to? B. Isa, R prime plus Y prime. B prime pala isa. This is R plus Y prime plus B prime. Okay. Okay, ito naman, tama ba? R prime plus Y prime plus B. And last, we have R plus Y prime plus B prime. R plus R prime pala. R prime plus Y plus B prime. Okay? Tama ba? Hindi sila magkakatabi, no? Ayan. Pag midterm naman, mahaba pa din. No? Pag 2 at a time. 1, 2, 3, tapos 4. Ayan. Dalawa, 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 isa, 7. Mas maikse pagka midterms. Okay? 2, 4, 6. Plus 3. Di pala. Same number of literals. So you'll have 9 literals also. Okay? Question. Question for design problem number 2. Class. Question?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so we now have 15. Pinakamadami so far. Can we proceed with, ayan, second assignment. Draw the logic circuit for S in design problem number 2. Okay, so let's have the design problem number 3. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
saan
Question.
po ipapasa sa assignment?
MS Teams pa rin.
I-message sa'yo, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Sa MS Teams, hindi nawawala yung mga sinubmit nyo. Yan, nandyan lang. Naka-compile. Okay, are you ready with design problem number 3? Do you need more example?
Yes.
Okay, so this will be the last example. Okay. A certain candy factory produces a candy balls of varying weight. Okay, so parang jawbreaker, ano, mga bilog-bilog. 5 grams, 10 grams, 15 grams, and 20 grams. These balls are produced by 4 tubes. Okay, so may 4 na tubes. Ayan. Each tube is controlled by a solenoid valve, so solenoid pa rin, that produces a particular candy ball if it receives a low signal. Ayan. Each tube, ayan, ito naman baliktad, okay? So, meron kang output if it receives a low signal. Tama ba? Padadaanin niya yung candy balls. Okay. If magre-release siya if it receives a low signal. When you say low, that is logic. Logic.
0.
Yes. Logic 0. Saan to? Sa input-output.
Output.
Input
Sa-
mo, ma'am.
Inputs. Inputs pa lang
Ah,
to.
input. Oo nga
Okay.
pala.
Okay.
Sorry.
Kasi maglalabas siya ng balls, okay, candy balls, if the balls receives a low signal. Okay? Ayan. Baliktad. Kasi kanina, high, di ba? So, you'll have an output if the input is high. Ito naman, you'll have an output if the input is low. Okay? Ito naman. Each tube is controlled by solenoid valve that produces particular candy ball if it receives a low signal. Okay? These candy balls will be packed with a minimum weight of 25 grams to a maximum weight of 30 grams. Okay. So, meron siyang packaging. Ang packaging niya is from 25 to 30 grams. Ayan. Yung weight niya. Okay. Design a logic circuit that combines the output of these 4 tubes to candy pack and produces a high signal if the pack is within the range of 25 to 30 grams. Okay. So, ang didesign nyo is a logic circuit that combines the output of these 4 tubes. Okay. Such that and it produces a high signal. The pack is within the range of 25 to 30. So if it is within the range, 25 to 30 grams, so you'll have an output of, what will be the output? Class. If
1 po.
Okay, so you'll have an output of 1 if the weight is within 25 to 30 grams. So, ano yung mga combinations natin? Okay? Ayan. Generate truth table and show the inputs and outputs. Okay. So, ayan. Ilan inputs natin? Class. How many inputs?
4 po, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll have
4.
4. Okay. We'll have 4. Okay, so may output pa pala tayo. Ilan output natin? How many inputs and how about the outputs? How many outputs?
2 or 1.
Again? How many
2 or
outputs?
1.
Abe. Design a logic circuit that combines the output of these 4 tubes to a candy pack and produces a high signal if the pack is within the range of 25 to 30 grams.
2.
Isa lang. Isa lang output mo. Okay?
1.
Okay. Ang ipoproduce niya is a high signal if the pack is within a range of 25 to 30 grams. You have 4 inputs. So we have 5 grams, we have 10 grams, we have 15 grams, and 20 grams. 20 gram balls. Tama ba? Okay. Ayan. Nakakalito talaga ito. But you have to yung mga familiarize yourself. Ayan. Starting from now, ayan na. Mag-analyze na talaga kayo ng mga problem. Okay. Ito
Opo.
yung analyze nga, mga design problems. Okay. Itong mga nakakalitong mga phrases, you have to analyze. Okay. Kung di pa rin makuha, analyze again. And then analyze again. Sometimes na-solve mo na pero mali pala. Then you have to do it again. Okay? Yan talaga.
Opo.
Okay. Okay, so we have four inputs. Okay. So how many possible combinations pag 4 inputs ka? How many possible combinations if you have 4 inputs? 2 to the 4 is ilan? Class. Two to the 4 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 raised to
16.
16. So
16.
we have 16 combinations. So starting from 0, 0, 0, 0. Ano pa? Ang haba naman ito. This is just the start of problem analysis nyo. Okay, so after this, you'll have PLC, you have other subjects, microcontroller. Ganito pa rin ang gagawin nyo. Okay. Magde-design kayo, then you determine number of inputs, number of outputs. Okay, so what will be the expected outputs? Would it be logic 0 or logic 1? What would be the input, 0 or 1? Okay, ganito pa rin. Okay, mapa PLC, microcontroller. So marami kayong mga higher subjects na ganito ang gagawin nyo. Okay, so 0, 0, 0. Ano sunod?
0, 0, 0, 1.
Okay. Then we have next. Uy. Dictate, please.
0010.
Okay, next.
0011.
Okay. Ano pa?
0100.
Okay, 0100. Next, we have
Ikaw naman, Rusty.
Oo nga, magsalita
Ako na ba? Ako na ba?
Eh.
Ako na ba?
Kasi Rusty, ikaw na. Rusty.
Dami nyo eh. Ayaw ko magsalita.
Sige, ako na po.
Oh. Pag nililiitan ko ba yung screen?
0,
Naka-display
0,
sa inyo?
1, 0, 1. Hindi, ma'am.
Okay,
Kita.
same pa rin. 01.
0, 1.
Okay, next.
0, 1, 1, 0.
0110. Okay.
0, 1, 1, 1.
Okay, next.
1,000.
Okay. Sunod.
Ay, meron pa ba?
Oo
Oy, iba
naman.
naman.
Diba sabi nga 16 combinations? Wala pa yan 16.
Oy, iba naman.
Si Bren naman po, si Bren.
Oy, kayo naman.
Babae, wala bang babaeng magdidictate sa akin?
Oo nga, ang babae naman, puro lalaki.
1001.
Oh, 1001.
Ayun na si Edis.
Oh, next.
Yan dapat.
1010.
Okay. 1010.
1011.
Okay. 10, 11. Next.
1100.
1100.
1101. O, iba na.
Mhm.
Oh, iba naman daw.
1101.
1.
Aha. Ano pa? Kulang pa.
1,110.
Okay, 1110.
Yun, nice one. Salita na din.
And
1111. Apat na 1.
1111. Thank you. Okay? Yan, nakakatuwa. Ngayon lang kayo pinakamadami, no? Yun.
Opo. Ngayon lang po nagising.
What?
Tulog ng maaga, ma'am.
Ma'am, malamig kasi ma'am eh.
Malamig? Eh, dati naman summer ah.
Oo nga po. Kaya matagal magising.
So, sabi dyan, design a logic circuit that combines, ang sabi, the output of these four tubes to a candy pack. Okay, so you have a packaging, and produces a high signal if the pack is within the range of 25 to 30 grams. So, anong output natin? If the range is within 25 to 30 grams, ang output is
1.
1. Okay. And if the output is not within the range, or below 25 or above 30, ano output natin?
0.
Okay, 0. Okay, kasi kailangan within the range, about 25 to 30 grams. Such that if you have this, all 0. Okay, so meron pa. Okay, so sabi dito, balikan natin. Each tube is controlled by a bulb that produces a particular candy ball if it receives a low signal. So, kailan siya magkakaroon ng output?
Kapag low signal.
Kapag low. Okay, so may output siya pag may low, pero ang output natin is if the packaging is not within 25 to 30 grams. Ito yung acceptable, di ba? 25 to 30 grams. So, dapat ang output natin is high. Okay? So, therefore, pag all 0 to, ilang grams yung output mo?
0 gram.
0 grams.
Ay, joke lang.
Ulitin natin. Okay? Sabi dito, yung naka-highlight in red, each tube is controlled by a solenoid valve that produces a particular candy ball if it receives a low signal.
40
Kailan
grams.
siya nagkakaroon ng output? Kapag
0 po, ma'am.
0. So therefore, pag 0 to, anong output mo? Ilang grams? Sino? No right or wrong
50.
answer dito? Ilan?
50 po, ma'am.
50 grams.
Okay, so it produces 50 grams. Okay, because yung solenoid valve natin receives low signal, so may output ka ngayon. Okay, baliktad, di ba? So, meron tayong output if it receives a low signal. So, meaning that 5 grams, may output siya, 10 grams as an output, 15 grams as an output, 20 grams as an output. So, all in all, we'll have 50 grams. So, what will be the output here? Sabi naman dito, for the output, okay, design a logic circuit that combines the output of these four tubes to a candy pack and produces a high signal if the pack is within the range of 25 to 30 grams. So if you have this combination, so we'll have an output of 50 grams. So therefore, the output is?
0.
Okay, 0. Ayan, 0. Why 0? Why
Kasi
0?
ma'am, pag high signal, ma'am, 25 to 30 grams lang.
Okay, because it is above 30 grams.
Tama,
Okay?
tama,
So,
tama.
it is above 30 grams. So, in fact, it is 50. Okay? So, magkakaroon siya ng 0. So, meaning, high signal, let's say, kung ilaw to, pag green siya, umilaw, ibig sabihin, the circuit's working properly. Pero pag ang na-produce mo is below 25 or above 30, so, mamamatay yung ilaw. Parang ganun, ano? Yan. So, this is 0. How about this one? 0, 0, 0, 1. So, what will be the output?
0.
Why 0?
Kasi ma'am, below, siya, 20 grams lang siya. High power.
Design a logic circuit that combines the output of these four tubes to a candy pack produces a high signal if the pack is within the range of 25 to 30 grams. So, what are the desirable range? Desirable weight? 25 to 30 grams. Okay? 0, 0, 0, 1. So, gaano siya kabigat?
20 lang, ma'am.
30.
Ilan again?
30 po.
Bakit 20?
30 po.
30. Okay.
30 daw.
5 plus 10, 15 plus 15 is 30. Okay. So therefore, the output is
1.
1.
1.
Output is 1. Okay.
Yung 0 pala yung bibilangin.
Oh yeah, kasi sabi dito, each tube is controlled by a solenoid bulb that produces a candy ball if it receives a low signal. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. How about this one? 0, 0, 1, 0. What is the total weight for this? At anong output natin dito?
35 po. Zero yung
Therefore,
out.
0 out.
therefore,
0 po.
the output
Zero
is?
yung out.
0.
Okay,
Zero.
0. Okay, thank you. Then how about this one? 0, 0, 1, 1. The total weight for this, if you have 0, 0, 1, 1.
0.
In.
Total
Ay.
weight.
1. 1.
50.
Ilan yung total weight natin?
15.
50.
15 grams. Desirable weight natin. May range tayong binanggit, di ba?
25 to 30.
25 to 30 grams.
25 to 30.
Okay, 25 to 30 grams. So, magkakaroon ng output yung candy balls, yung tube, kung if it receives a low signal. So, kailan lang tayo may output? Kailan magkakaroon ng output sa mga candy tubes? Pag ang input
Pag low
natin
signal.
ay 0 or 1.
0.
O, ano ba yung low? What is low? 0 or 1?
0.
0.
So if you have an
0.
input of 0, so that's when you'll have an candy balls. Okay, candy balls. So, yan. Depende, no? Ito, actually, this design problem number 3 is opposite ng statement niya with design problem number 2. Okay? Yeah, yan. Kaya talaga intindihin nyo masyado yung statement of the problem. Okay? Ayan. So, ito, magkakaroon tayo ng output kapag 0 yung input natin. Okay? Such that we have 5 plus 10. The total weight would be? Ang maging total weight natin? Uy, 5 plus 10. 15. Is it within the range of 25 to 30 grams?
No.
Okay, so therefore the output is?
1.
1.
Why 1?
Ay, 0 pala. Low
Sabi
signal.
dito, design a logic circuit that produces a high signal if the pack is within
0, ma'am.
25 to 30 grams. So, magkakaroon tayo ng output of 1 if the output is within, again?
0.
Within the range po.
Within the range. Ano yung range natin?
25 to 30.
Okay, so if you have 25 to 30 grams, you'll have an output of 25 to 30 grams. The output is
1.
1. Okay, so
1.
therefore this is 5
0.
plus 10, 15 grams. So therefore this is 0.
0.
How about this? 0, 100. Ano yung total weight?
40
40
grams.
po.
40.
40.
40 grams, which is it within the range?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so therefore the output is
0.
0 pa rin. Okay, how about this one? Anong weight natin? Total weight.
20.
Okay, so we'll have 20. So the output would be? Is it within the range?
0.
Okay, 0 pa rin. Okay, how about this one? 0, 1, 1, 0. What is the total weight?
25.
25.
0.
Okay, 25. So therefore the output is?
1.
1.
1.
How about this? 0, 1, 1, 1. What is the total weight in the packaging?
5.
5.
5. The output would be?
0.
Okay, 0. 5 lang kasi siya,
Zero.
di ba? So, to be able to have an output of 1, it should be within the range. Again, anong range natin? 25 to 30 grams. Okay? So, this is 0.
0.
Okay. And then we have
45.
ilan siya?
1.
45.
45.
45. 45 grams. Is
Zero.
it within the range?
0.
Okay. 0 pa rin
Zero.
kasi it is above 30. Okay. How about this?
25.
25
25.
grams total. So, the output is
1.
1.
okay, 1 kasi it is 25 grams, which is within the range. 10, 10,
30.
20.
30. So the output is
1.
okay, 1.
1.
Okay, how about this one?
0.
Okay, 0. Because you only
Zero.
have 10 grams, no, active valve.
0.
Then we
Zero.
have 0 pa rin. Because the total is 35
10.
grams. Okay, we have 1101.
0.
0 because you only have 15 grams. And 1110 is again
20 grams lang.
0.
0,
20
ma'am.
grams, 0 pa rin. And 1111 of course would be ito, 1111. Okay, 0 pa rin kasi wala ka namang output. Okay? So, with this, okay, so we're able to have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only have 5 possible combinations to be able to produce a 25 to 30 grams output. Okay? So, this will be your tatlo na yan, ha? So, please determine the Boolean equation of this one. Okay? So, for design problem. And draw the logic circuit diagram. Okay? Question, class? So, this will be your last assignment.
Wala na, ma'am.
Okay? Tatlo yun, di ba? So, yung sa design problem number 1, 2, puro logic circuits lang, logic circuits diagram. And then itong 3, so na-layout ko na sa inyo itong truth table. So, gagawin nyo na lang is K-mapping and circuit diagram. But please, mag-aral din kayo kung paano kayo mag-interpret no, ng design problem. Yan. Aralin nyo din to. Ayan. Aralin nyo to, ha? Sagutan nyo rin to. What's this? Assessment number 3.5.
Ma'am, naka-zoom po.
May copy naman kayo nito eh, di ba?
Saan, ma'am?
May copy kayo nito. Nasa class files.
Okay po.
Okay? Nasa class files. Ayan. Ang dami nga sinasabi, oh. Ayan. Kailangan isipin nyo din to. So, kasama din to, ha? Sa assignment nyo. Okay? So, exam next week from simula up until here. Ayan. Kasi, so kung napapansin nyo, yung mga discussion natin, bumabalik pa rin tayo sa simula, di ba? Yan, nagbe-bring out, nababrought out pa rin natin sa mga lectures yon. So, expect mo, nyo will have from beginning, from chapter 1 up until here sa design. But of course, majority of points would be from chapter 3. Okay? Chapter 2, chapter 3, related naman sila, di ba? Boolean equation pa rin. Pero mano-mano yung isa. Okay? Ito naman using K-map. Okay? So, it's still related. So, I'll give a few problems or few questionnaires from chapter 1 and 2, but majority would be from chapter 3. Okay? Question?
Tuesday ulit, ma'am.
Sagutin
Exam
niya
next
din to,
week.
ha? Ha?
Tuesday din ba, ma'am?
Tuesday.
Exam?
Tuesday. We'll start from 9 to 12. Okay? 9 to 12. Okay. Pakisabihan yung mga
ma'am.
classmates
Thank you.
na hindi dumadalo. Ano ba nangyari sa kanila? Ano bang...
May COVID na, ma'am.
Ay,
Ano
COVID na
nangyari
atay,
sa
ma'am.
kanila? Parang hindi ko
Tulog.
May
sarap
COVID
tulog.
na ata.
sa babae sila Kedis, Doris, si Marian. Nandito ba si Marian? Wala. Ayun. Yung iba, wala na. Okay. Yung president nyo, sinong president nyo?
Harry, ma'am. Pesado.
Just
Si
Harry.
Harry. Ba't wala si Harry pala dito? Kanina, andito si Ajay.
Nag-cutting.
O, basta ha, next week ha.
Online
Sa apat na to,
cutting.
ha. Ito, sagutan nyo din to. Separate nyo tong assessment number 3.5. Okay? Ayan,
Okay po,
generate truth table. So, ito na yung exam type na expect nyo. Ha? So, ang bibigay ko lang ay problem. Okay? Problem lang ang bibigay ko. And then you should be able to generate truth table. Then, equation using KMA. Pwedeng may don't care na naka-incorporate doon. Then, you draw the logic circuit diagram. O, pag may logic circuit diagram dyan, ipa-convert ko sa NAND o kaya sa NOR. Okay?
Ma'am, kami na bahala kung ano, ma'am, min terms o max terms
Of
gagamitin.
course. Nasa inyo yan. Kung min terms or max terms. Okay? Ang ano yan, kailangan marunong kayo mag-interpret ng problem. Okay? Yan. May mga ano yan, no? The bar is controlled by a motor which is connected to an electromechanical relay. Yan. The relay accepts low signal. Ayan. Ayan. Yan. Kaya kailangan na talagang i-analyze to. Hindi nyo makikita sa hindi nyo makikita sa Google ang sagot dito. Kasi original to eh. Okay? Sa akin to. Kaya please don't share yung mga nasa class files. Okay? So naka-copyright yan. Yan. Sa atin lang yan. For your eyes only. Okay? Question. Okay, so apat na yan ha.
Yes.
So, i-separate nito assessment number 3.5. As soon as matapos ka sa assignment nyo, so, submit ko na agad. Okay. Basta separate yung assessment number 3.5. Okay? Ano pa mga
Yes, ma'am.
concerns nga? Please say your concerns. Kung ano man, baka may mga concerns pa kayo dyan. Kasi last ano na natin ngayon, last lecture na. Huling
Wala na
lecture.
kasunod to, ma'am.
Busy na ako. Hindi, natapos na natin actually. Natapos na natin. Tapos na to.
Bitin.
Bitin.
Bitin yung pasok ko, ma'am.
Kapapasok mo lang yata eh.
Hindi, napasok ako, ma'am.
Ayan.
Bitin lang.
Oo. Natapos na
Yun
natin.
lang umaayos yung data.
Chapter 1 to 3. Ayan o. Wala na o. Tapos
Ngayon
na.
na nagka-signal, ma'am eh.
Oh, talaga. Anyway. Pwede nyo ma-review yung mga session natin sa Yahoo. Okay? Ayan. Tsaka hopefully magkita-kita tayo. After nitong after nitong COT related dito, PLC na. PLC. Ganito pa rin, pero ibang mode naman siya. PLC naman, pero the logic's the same. Microcontrollers, ganito pa rin yun, logic pa rin siya. Yan. Pero yun naman, Mike, ang difference between the logic circuit and microcontrollers, yun naman ay pinoprogram. So magko-codes ka naman doon. Ang tawag dito? Magpo-program ka naman doon. Programming. Yun. Pero kailangan yung mindset mo, yung frame of mind mo, kailangan maayos mo na ngayon pa lang. Okay? Otherwise, kung di mo ba-gets yung logic 0, logic 1 sa input and outputs, mahihirapan ka sa advanced subjects mo dito. This is a preparation for the advanced subjects. PLC, microcontrollers. Ano bang course nga? EMET kayo or MECT? EMET. Okay. Yon, PLC and microcontrollers. You have those two subjects na advanced or baka may iba pa na related dito. Okay? Okay, so any question? None? O, musta na kayo?
Ma'am.
Musta ka na, Rafael?
Ma'am, may question ako, ma'am.
Yes, question.
Paano daw po yung nadagdag na subject?
Yung late na in-offer. Tama
Yes.
ba? Okay,
Opo.
kasi pang third week pa lang ngayon, ano? Ayan na nga. So, kasi yung, the CHED, ang CHED, nagkaroon ng directives na kailangan tapusin yung school year 2019 to 2020, di ba? Sa ibang university kasi, semestral sila. So, naumpisahan na nila yung second sem, pero hindi nila natapos. So, but then, okay, nagawa na nila ng paraan yon. Tayo naman, noong time na nagkaroon ng COVID pandemic, patapos na tayo ng second term, pero hindi pa tayo nag-start ng third term. Tama ba? Week 10 tayo no, ng second term. Okay, ginawa na ng paraan yung second term. So, hindi nakapag-uwi ang teacher ng Checheka na iwan sa school. So, nagkaroon na lang ng memorandum na ipasa. Okay, ipasa. Pero chinekan din namin eventually, kaya nagbigay naman kami ng numerical grades no, as soon as lifted yung ECQ. Okay, but then since the directives of CHED is the university must finish the school year 2019-2020. Hindi pa tayo nagte-third term. Kaya we have within a month, sabi ni CHED, within a month, kailangan tapusin ng 2019 to 2020. That was May. So that's why the university is compelled to open third term last week of May. Tama ba? Last week of May. But since hindi pwedeng face-to-face, so nagkaroon muna ng opening of subject na staggered basis kasi parang ano pa lang to eh, parang dry run, di ba? Since after a month na nag-offer na okay naman, nakapag-deliver naman ng online classes despite despite na mga oppositions, nagkaroon naman ng directives na kailangan na walang maiwang subject. Kaya yung mga naiwang subject na hindi muna sana in-offer, kailangan talaga siyang i-offer. Kailangan walang maiwan na subject sa 2019 to 2020. Kaya kahit na late siya, in-offer pa rin. Pero kaya nga, last week of July siya mag-start. Yung earlier na in-offer, matatapos naman siya by August. Tapos yung late na in-offer, kung magdo-double time, starting September, matatapos siya within September. Kaya October yung next school year natin.
Ano yung ma'am? Lab mo na, ma'am? Wala, ma'am.
Ayun na nga. Para tayo maglalab. Yung mga design problems, this will be your considered laboratory. Yung mga pinasasagot ko sa inyong assessment, 3.5. As much as I want to, kaya lang, maganda sana kung
Sayang.
actual to. Okay?
Oo nga, ma'am.
So, gagawa na lang pag pwede na tayo mag face-to-face, ayan. Gagawa na lang kami ng paraan to make up with you. Kasi, ang hirap kasi ako hindi rin ako makilis, wala rin akong gamit dito as much as I want to demonstrate. Kasi madali lang naman itong subject na to. Actually, nag-enjoy ang mga students ko sa subject na to because they were able
Yes, ako din, ma'am.
learn.
Nag-enjoy din ako.
Talaga.
Kaso
Sa
walang
BA,
actual. Sayang.
papa-actual ako dito sa BEng. Ang background ng BEng is civil, archi, mechanical. Wala silang kaalam-alam talaga totally sa circuits, pero pina-actual ko, nag-enjoy sila dito. Kaya lang ang hirap kasi kahit na gusto ko man kayong pag-actual, hindi naman kayo pwedeng lumabas pa pumuntang Dico kaya ng Quiapo, di ba? Para bumili ng IC. We'll make up na lang pagka if the time allows us.
Promise yan, ma'am, ah.
Oh, meron naman kayong consultation hour, di ba?
Yes.
Totoo yun. No matter kung ano pa sabihin ko dito, nahihirapan talaga kayo na makarelate. Okay? So, ang grades nyo sa laboratory, itong mga assessment na pinapadesign ko sa inyo. Yan, pinapagawa. Yan. May mga assignments kayo, di ba, na answer the assessment something. Pero minsan yung mga
Yes,
assessment,
ma'am.
di ko naman pinasasagutan lahat kasi ang dami. Yun. It will be considered as your laboratory grade. Okay? Okay? So, kung wala nang concern, okay? So, see you next week for your term test and bye! Ingat!